Everybody, welcome back. Zach Anaya and Ramon Casals, the CEO and founder of Rock Real Estate Partners. He had a broad overview about the team leader position here within EXP. And now let's delve into the specifics just a little bit, Ramon. First off, what does the difference look like? Because you were a team lead at another brokerage when we first started, before you started your independent brokerage. How does that model compare to the team lead model within EXP?
Sure. Well, I think, having been at a Remax franchise and then, doing the independent model and running teams in both, and now running a mega icon team with EXP, a team, it sounds like to a lot of times it can sound like a daunting task. You have to have this team, have all this responsibility. When really it's not, it's not as complicated as some models make it to be. The one thing with EXP that is first and foremost is that your branding is you. I always say people by people, and how you form your organization, your branding, what you stand for, that's completely up to you. And the EXP platform, where everything is linked together, it makes it very easy to refer deals back and forth. So you don't have to officially sign somebody onto your quote unquote team. You don't have to have this designation right away. You can easily just use referrals to start building your network, building your systems and processes. And then when you're ready to officially start a team, you can do that through EXP essentially anytime you want.
So we've actually seen it with one of our own brokers that has gone on and started his own team within EXP, and he's grown that network more and more and more, and he didn't have to actually start a team like you mentioned, because you talked a little bit more about that, what that process looks like on the referral side and what other revenue streams come from that referral.
Yeah, definitely. So anytime you introduce somebody to the company, you receive what's called revenue share. And sometimes the word revenue gets mistaken for profit. Revenue and profit are two different things. Revenue share comes directly from the revenue that the agent produces. It doesn't affect them negatively. It doesn't affect you negatively either. Well, it affects you positively because you're making money every time they sell a home. So what's nice is that you now have this referral network where you can refer deals to agents that work on your team, and you're also collecting a piece of revenue every time that they sell a home. Now, if they introduce anybody else to the company, you will also receive revenue share from that end as well. So what happens is, the cool part about teams is that a lot of times you'll have a producer, right?
Yeah.
Your number one guy or gal, and they will end up selling a lot of real estate. And at some point, I think we can all agree, it's like a ticking time bomb. They're probably going to go off on their own. And what historically that has meant for you is it's meant you're not going to see that revenue anymore, and they're now a competitor. However, with the EXP revenue share model, if they go out and start their own team, let's say they go out and they bring on 50 agents, in the next year or so, you are receiving revenue. You, the initial person who trained them, coached them, teach them how to do the business, taught them how to expand. Once they go out on their own, now you are collecting revenue share from any agent they bring on, and so on and so forth. So it actually starts to build up and help agents support each other in reaching their dreams and ultimately expanding their own businesses.
And that's exceedingly rare in real estate. I think it's the only model that actually has that type of feature.
So for a team leader, it doesn't matter if you're new or you've been doing this for 10 years, let's say. If you've been doing it for more than 5 years, 10 years, think about all the agents that have potentially left you.
Yeah.
And not because you were bad, just because they're good and they have ambition, and that's why they're successful. They want to go out and create their own. So think about that lost revenue, that lost support, those lost even sometimes relationships.
Yeah.
Over time, that compound effect, we've seen other agents who now only do revenue share, and that revenue share exceeds the amount of sales commissions that they were doing before.
Yeah, well, a lot in some situations.
Yeah.
So hypothetically, let's say you're a team lead at another brokerage, one of these, big brokerages, KW, Remax, Coldwell Baker. How easy or difficult would the transition be to take your team in its entirety from one of these brokerages over to EXP?
Well, it'd be extremely easy. Partnering with Powered by Rock, part of our expertise comes in, we've transitioned 100 plus agents, teams, you name it. So the transition process is really simple. Your agents would come over first. You would have a spot held for you. They would go underneath your revenue share, but essentially you transfer. Now, we would help do all of your marketing, onboarding, technology, license transfers, everything ahead of time. So you can essentially walk from one office to the other and resume business.
And you know that firsthand, because that's essentially what we did. It was an independent brokerage model, but it's the same situation.
Yeah, we did it with 60 agents. So I think we can handle, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 20.
Yeah, definitely. So, that being said, what would be the process for them to get that going? Would they set up a meeting with you? What would it look like?
Yeah, I think, whether you're a team leader first starting off, or you are a seasoned pro and you have a very profitable team, I think that looking at it from both sides, you're probably doing just fine. So I would first want to explain to you and see if there's a mutual fit, how this model actually improves your sales team, improves your, whether it's your profitability, your expansion requirements, and is, at the end of the day, a better decision for your career. That's our first thing we want to accomplish, is make sure this is actually a better model for you. That'd be number one. And then number two, if anyone wants to meet and just talk, we're an open book, and people are always going to do what's best for them in their career, and we respect that 110%.
Well, thank you, Ramon. We appreciate your time.